So last week I made 1500. Excluding option expiration, I only made 1,000. Um, so 4 days of trading, 1,000, but really because of Monday, and I just want to go over that again because all it takes is one bad day to really mess up your whole week and mess up your mentality. So that's that 3,500 loss on the selling the puts, and I did a video on it, but I just want to cover it again. But here it is, just to draw. So this gives essentially what that does is it gives you a false mentality, false signal, right? So this initial strength, this initial gap up, this initial going up, and here you got failing signal, but then you got VWAP support. So you got VWAP support, VWAP support, VWAP support. So you're thinking, okay, here's a signal, a long tail, so it's gonna go up. Okay, so all of this just brain seeded you that it's gonna go up, and so when you sold the put here, and even though it failed the VWAP, you're thinking, I mean, at the time, you're thinking it's not going to go all the way. I mean, at the time, you just cannot see that it's gonna go all the way down like that. That's just impossible to see. So you wait for the next support. I mean, and then the next support fail, and then you just stuck in the headlight. And I forget where I cover, but the point is, I I lost 3,000. Okay, so I'm gonna save that real quick. So that was Monday, and I lost 3,000. Okay, so this today was an easy day. Technically, everything was clean, and so made 3,000. Um, Normally, if my mentality is better, I would load up a little bit more. So made 3,000. Clean day. So what happened today? I actually woke up late because I had a power outage and I didn't even, so my alarm clock didn't work. But the pre-market, I guess the futures were already down, but the pre-market was very weak. So they wanted to flush out any initial buying from last week. And so already you got a weak pre-market, and there may be some news about the delay in the stimulus for coronavirus. But so initial strength, actually, what I'm gonna do, let me just draw that in real quick. So the pre-market is weak. Let me get rid of the pre-market and draw the what? Let me do that. Let me get in closer. So why today is technically so easy to trade. And if and I'm hoping it's gonna be like this tomorrow. I mean, eventually it's not gonna stay like that. But here you got the high from last week, and so you got a huge gap down, initial strength, and here's your failing signal. Two nice wick. I mean, you can't miss that. Of course, I missed it because I woke up late. But look at all that. I mean, I probably would have covered at VWAP, but even the point is, you make 1,000 here. If you hold on, you make another 1,000. That's 2,000. Here's a nice clean reversal signal. I mean, you can't miss that. I mean, look at that nice long sell off in a tail. And normally this will happen right at the 4 minute, 4:30 minute, as the 5 minute candle being formed, so you can see it clearly, and then you can get in. Now I got in when I woke up. I was already 9:15, so it's around right here. So when I started seeing this signal of failing, look at how many failing signal that is, right? So eventually I got in right here. So I got all of that. And then I got the recovery here. And then I got this guy. I don't think I got this one because there wasn't any clean signal. But then I got this one. Um, you know, Anywhere along here, you can get all these nice clean signal. And of course, the reversal here, you can obviously get that. So I didn't get this end one, but all along the way there was just nice clean signals um, to trade. And if you look at this, there's also a nice trend there that you can also see that a nice channel. I mean, look at that nice channel right there, right? And this reversal right here is actually expected because on the daily chart. Let me look at the. So what they were doing, of course, was trying to when you see the recovery of the 100-day moving average on the daily, you notice that it was recovering on the 20-day moving average. So you knew the day was gonna be positive eventually. Eventually, anywhere along here, you probably would have known it was gonna be positive for the day, and then you got the late selling or the late buying to move it all the way up to where it is right now, which is 2960. Yeah, 2960 is where it's at right now. So aftermarket is already up to 2968. So um, pretty easy trading day because of this 100-day moving average. Obviously, if it failed and it continued down, it would have been very bearish, but you can see the initial attempt to sell off, but at a certain point you can see this higher high higher low kind of channel that I was drawing right here, higher high higher low channel. I mean, that's an obvious clean signal that today the day was going to be a good day. Now this is a nice clean signal too. I got this one right here. So this signal right here where you can see the two candles failing, that right here, that two candles failing, that was an obvious reversal signal right at the 100. I mean, you can't, these technicals are so clean, and if it was like this every day, I mean, you can't lose money if it's if the signals are this clean. I mean, if every day you step up to the table and you're playing Texas Hold'em and they're giving you Texas Hold'em, it's so easy to play. But it's rarely like this. I mean, a lot tomorrow I'm hoping is gonna be clean like this, but it could be another flush push day. And those flush push day, you can't play technically because VWAP means absolutely nothing. 100-day moving average means absolutely nothing. There's no nice channels to play. And there's no, I mean, these just, yeah. But right now, I'm just hoping. I didn't carry any. Actually, I carried Tesla over for tomorrow, but I didn't carry any Amazon. I didn't carry any Apple, unfortunately, for tomorrow. Um, yeah, and I missed out on this final run up because I was just chicken shit pretty much. But this run up is actually pretty easy if you look at it. I mean, look at this nice run up at the end. I mean, and it's because I don't like playing in the afternoon also. But I wanted to hold something for tomorrow. But I don't know, I was just scared. I'm just still in a scared mentality right now. But just looking at the overall picture, so the overall picture looks like it might be a bounce, but I'm hoping for a gap down tomorrow. And the only reason I'm hoping for a gap down tomorrow is because you can see overall market was down today, and you can see that the VIX actually showed some signal that it was, wanting to go higher. So you look at the SPY, and it's down, even though it's a green candle. DIA is down, IWM is down, biotechs. The Q, the channel is still down. Retail is down. So the market is definitely still having a negative bias to it. So I'm hoping for a gap down tomorrow if I'm lucky. I'll get some sort of a gap down on Amazon and Apple and Tesla. Well, probably not Tesla. Tesla is gonna gap up, but hopefully Apple and Amazon a gap down, and if I'm also lucky, an initial smackdown or some kind of sell off. So then you have some nice support anywhere here for the continuation of the run up. And why should there be a continuation of the run up? Because this 100-day moving average support is pretty strong, and a bounce off of that kind of indicates that it wants to go to this 5 day moving average. Now it probably won't hit the 5 day moving average, and the reason why it won't hit the 5 day moving average, just like it won't hit the 5 week moving average, is because of the imbalance of the sell off. And you can see this candle right here is a top candle, most likely will be the top for 2020. So this top candle um really caused imbalance because I mean, it's just such a huge movement here, and all the volatility on the downturn causes so much imbalance that the short-term signal like the 5 weeks moving average are probably not gonna touch. So it's probably not gonna touch. If I'm lucky, it will touch, but I'm not expecting it because right now it's just so far. I mean, geez, I just can't imagine it would touch to this week. Maybe it'll touch next week. But if it's a continued sell off, then it's definitely not going to touch because at some point, let's just imagine um, here that it gets to 3,000. That's the intermediate target for Amazon is 3,000. And if it gets to 3,000, I'm hoping for a gap down, some initial sell off if I'm lucky. If not, then the gap down, some a reversal on the gap down. If it's a gap up, then geez, I might have to chase or I don't know what to do. But a gap up makes it a lot more difficult. A gap down initial sell off makes it much easier, and they never give it to you that easy, but you can always hope they do. Just like today, they gave it to you kind of easy on this gap down initial sell off, and even in the sell off, you can get in, and then this run up was very easy. So hopefully, if I'm lucky, initial gap down, initial sell off, whatever, and then some continuation of a strength. So, maybe this channel will continue, or some sort of channel you will see that goes up close to 3,000. And a failure on the 3,000, the 5-day moving average. I don't know if it's going to hit 3,000 or not. Let's see what it looks like tomorrow. But if it does hit 3,000, then that's also a clean signal where, and even if it doesn't hit 3,000, if it's somewhat close, then it's a good enough signal to indicate, oh, they won't be able to break out of 3,000, and that's a fail. And if a failure of a 3,000 would indicate reversal in the market as well. So let's just take a look at the Q real quick, and see how the Q looks. So the Qs. Yeah, so it didn't get down to here. Of course, it's not going to get down to here. I mean, that's way too far, but it is trying to re attempt of the support on the 50-day moving average, and looks like the 50-day moving average and the 5-day moving average is going to penetrate below the 50-day moving average, so it's probably going to touch the yellow line, which is the 5-day moving average. So it's going to touch that tomorrow or get close to it. And if it penetrates it, then it's going to hit the 50-day moving average. If it doesn't penetrate it and it failed, then yeah, it's going to be a reversal. Here you got already it's, yeah, I mean it's close to the 20-week moving average. So this 20-week moving average is EMA. If I were to probably move it to a simple moving average, maybe it'll touch. So maybe there's probably some technical line that says it touch, and maybe that's what it's based off of. But for right now, I'm not convinced that there's gonna be a failure somewhere, and then a continued downturn. Who knows? But you just gotta play it one day at a time. But looks like it's gonna be positive for tomorrow. So already 2 days. If I can get, so I got 3,000 today. If I get another 3,000 tomorrow, or maybe a little bit better, it's a nice buffer for the downturn. If there's a downturn, I can load up on some puts. But like I said on Apple was a very easy play, and I didn't really play it. But you can see this channel right here. So once this channel fail, where it breaks out of this channel, and you can see it kind of retested the channel. Let me zoom in real quick. So here you got this channel that was a very nice channel all the way up here, running all the way down. So when it broke out of that channel, it went to a positive sentiment at that point. And then of course it normally try to get down and touch that channel on the upper band. And so that already, once it has support here, boom, a run up. So Amazon is always extreme to extreme, so to speak. So I told you last week that um, it was gonna get to the 110, right there, landed right there on the 110 um, daily average. I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, I can't see the future, right? All I can say is that technically it was gonna get to the 110 because it was down here. Now they did the initial flush out, but that's actually even better. I mean, geez, you got it at a lower price. Especially when you know there's going to be shorts on the initial sell off or whatever, and there's so many opportunity to get in. I didn't play it. I don't know why I didn't play it. Oh, I was focusing on Amazon, and normally because I'm focusing on Amazon, I didn't want to overload on Apple, just because yeah, right now I'm just still playing very scared. But geez, if Amazon wasn't there, definitely would be playing Apple. Look how easy that signal is. I mean, and actually I did play a little bit on Apple, but I didn't hold anything. But look at those two clean signal. And if you were to buy the calls here, or even if brave enough to buy it right under initial. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of traders who saw this gap down, knew it was gonna go back. I mean, knew it wasn't gonna get to 110. Let's just wait, 100, on the 100 exponential moving average. They knew that it was going to get down here. It was just too far away. So, this initial gap down, this is initial attempt of a sell-off, smackdown, or whatever. This was really easy to get in on the calls and just hold it. If and that's how a lot of traders play, is they'll hold the position and they'll probably hold it for tomorrow. Although I can't imagine holding it for tomorrow because the target has already reached at 110. So, but yeah, so the 5-day moving average and the 100 is lining up right at the support. So if I'm lucky, hopefully there'll be a gap down, because this kind of shows an intermediate target has been reached. So if I'm lucky, a gap down, and then a continue run up and penetrate the 100 EMA. So if I'm lucky, gap down anywhere here, initial sell off, then to get in. And Apple likes to run from extreme to extreme, so it's gonna run to at least 112. So it likes to get probably 112.25. So 112.25, yeah, it's right here. It likes to get. It's probably gonna like to get to this level before some initial some more shorts and sell off continues. But the other one is Tesla. So let's look at Tesla real quick. Tesla is right now. Now I did hold a position. What the heck? Tesla looks like it sold off, and that's not good. And let me just see the aftermarket why it sold off. Did it really sold off? Yeah, it did. So I'm screwed already. Jeez, because I held a position on Tesla. I don't know if it's because battery results is already bad. Or is there some leak of bad results? So yeah, it's unfortunate. Because it's showing strength in the aftermarket. Before this news of whatever it is with battery days. Jeez. But yeah, the other thing was, this sell-off right here was pretty, and I missed it. And the only reason I missed it because I wasn't prepared. I just didn't preload. Um, so yeah, that's unfortunate. So now I don't know what to do for tomorrow, because I did carry a position over for tomorrow. But at the time, when this was getting sold off, when it was getting sold off, it was actually very wicked. This is what they call a smackdown, where all of a sudden, boom, it just gets smacked down, and you get the smackdown, and continue down. And it was just at a point I was like, okay, wait, let me look at the daily and see where there may be a support. And so once I saw it was right there on the 20-day moving average, I knew there was a support. So I started trying to enter my load up my entry, because I don't know, I just didn't have it preloaded because I woke up late. And right when I was about to get in, boom, it was already recovered so fast, so quick, and I didn't want to chase. It's just the way I am. I just hate chasing. But look at that nice run back up. Jeez. Yeah, it's unfortunate that the aftermarket is showing, and I gotta check out what's going on. But um, yeah, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just, I mean, the volume is still looking pretty weak actually. So who knows if it's real or if it's fake. Maybe some rumor that battery. Now I know the battery Tuesday is aftermarket, so that's why I was holding a position for tomorrow. So even though I'm playing it right, you never do know. I mean, anything can happen. So I'm probably be down 500 tomorrow already, because I held a position for the gap up tomorrow, which I hate. But the other one is Zoom. Let's look at Zoom real quick. Man, this thing just do not, it just continued to run. Now there's a report, the trader that I'm following is reporting that he bought the calls and he continued to hold it for 3 days. I mean, geez, how do you hold it for 3 days? It's just amazing. When you buying calls, that's just so much guts, especially when quadruple witching at any point, you're like, geez, does it? I guess technically, if you just follow technically, yeah, there's no reason to really sell it off if you play with discipline and play with stops. Like if you continue to move your stops up, like if this run up here and you put your stops right here, it never penetrated, and this run up you put your stops to right below this point and it never penetrated. So then you just continue to run up, and I guess at this point I don't see why. Um, Let me see. Get 1 day. At this point, I don't see why, and I can't get this thing to go down, so maybe I'll just go to 15 minutes. Yep. So at this point, I don't see why he sold it. So it's kind of suspicious that he said he sold it for $50,000 gain all the way from wherever he bought it down here, and he sold it. So I don't see why he would sell it. There's no technical reason unless he would stop at this point, or maybe this is what they call, this is the capitulation top candle, so to speak. I mean, if at the time you can say, hey, this looks like a capitulation top candle, because you got this huge kind of push. But even then, it's just, to me, it's suspicious why he would sell it. I mean, this is not much of a failure on VWAP to me. I mean, if I would have put my stop here because, or even below this to give it a little bit more room. I mean, this is a classic signature of a push. But I guess because it failed VWAP, maybe he got stopped out at that point. But yeah, I mean, this is the way to play to make the most money, is to get that push and load up on the calls. So I'm looking for other candidate, and I did get in on Roku. Roku hopefully will continue to run. Now, I got this in my 401k, just to buy it and hopefully continue run up. But yeah, there's gonna be other opportunities like Zoom, and I need to look for other candidate. But playing the push and the flush is the way to go. I mean, you don't get, these type of push and flushes are the way that most of the traders are being, or just training. Most of the programs are written on these push and flush or whatever. So, like Apple would probably getting. Let me go back to the 5 minute candle. Apple, I don't know if it's gonna have a push any. I mean, at this point, yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess they can push it back up here. So tomorrow might be a push candidate if, however, things are looking strong. I mean, let me see how it looks for the push tomorrow. Um, yeah, I guess they can. I guess tomorrow is a nice push candidate because, I mean, definitely it can go toward the 100 or the 50-day moving average. So tomorrow is a push candidate for both Apple, Tesla. Now whatever that news is on Tesla, I gotta figure out. But um, Apple is definitely a push candidate for tomorrow. Amazon might be a push candidate. Amazon is definitely going to go to 3,000 tomorrow. I just don't see any other way around it. So 3,000, yeah, it's just got a magnet for 3,000. It's just no other way around it. So looks like a pretty nice trading day. I'm going to look for Tesla, see what's going on, and hopefully it's nothing, and get another run up on Tesla and look for other candidate for push, or it may be a technical scalping day like it is today. We don't know until you actually see how it form. But okay, that's Monday.